In the last 10 years, the derivatives market has grown fivefold, reaching more than 600 trillion of notional, adding significant complexity to the finance industry. The 2008 financial crisis triggered a greater desire for transparency from the public, regulators and market participants, which led to a tide of regulatory changes and the need to redefine the way financial risk and regulatory capital should be measured. Established in 2008 by a team of former banking practitioners, Solum Financial Partners is a unique independent advisory firm providing expertise in the areas of market risk, capital and regulations for financial institutions, covering interest rates, credit, FX, equity and commodities.
After 22 years in banking, I realized that there was a lot of need for the expertise which is within the bank, but this expertise was not available to clients of banks with a fiduciary responsibility. So in other words, if you want access to the expertise that you find on the trading floor of a bank, for instance, the only way you're going to get this expertise is by doing a transaction with them. There is no element of fiduciary responsibility there. So they do not act as advisors to the clients.
Solum's clients are strictly institutions that are either banks or users of banking products, such as corporate, insurers or asset managers who require specialist advice.
I think the fact that we are all expert practitioners is very helpful because there are obviously, lots of complexity in the field of finance, and things have become even more complex since the crisis. There's lots of new factors, including, for instance, counterparty risk and funding issues, which maybe were not as relevant 10 years ago. So from that point of view, what we do as Solum is navigate our clients through all this complexity, thanks to the knowledge that we have built over, years of expertise in front office.
There's an awful lot of conflicts in the financial world. So therefore, being independent allows the client to rely on the fact that the advice they're getting can be trusted. We found that they were very eager to actually overcome the fact that we were less known and smaller than other consultancy firms. We found them very willing to buy into the fact that they can trust the advice we'll give them.
I've known Vincent for many, many years. I think it's more than 10 years, and he's probably one of the best known industry practitioners in both structured credit as well as interest rate derivatives. And from the very first day when we first presented Solum to the board, I think everybody was convinced that Vincent's got the expertise and also the execution skill to run really complex projects.
Working in close partnership with its clients, who include many leading European finance houses, Solum dedicates a team of expert advisors to each engagement who undertake deep analysis of the client's business, risk management practices and capital requirements.
The noun solum in Latin means ground and foundation. And we chose this name because it reflects the fact that the advice we believe we want to give has to be based on getting in the foundation, getting under the house, analyzing how strong it is before you can advise on the strength of the whole architecture.
At Solum, obviously, we do have to work as a team. So that's the whole idea, is basically, there are people who come from quantitative analysis background, people from structuring background, trading background, risk management, governance, compliance. And the idea is to come, whenever we come and work at the clients, we act as a team. So we make sure that nothing falls through the cracks, that a problem is addressed from front to back, and then nothing is going to miss.
We've used Solum on a number of occasions during the complex restructuring of West LB, and also in the process of setting up Polygon. I think the business model of Solum is really unique. Solum successfully bridges the gap between the premium management consultants and investment banks. Solum's key credential is the vast experience of industry practitioners, which now can act without any conflict of interest and really help on difficult solutions, both for our clients as well as for our firm.
Among the specialities Solum offers are expert witness services, working alongside law firms in legal matters such as financial disputes. Again, Solum is able to offer independent and credible advice with regard to financial market practice, based on an average of 15 years of experience in the field of trading, modelling, structuring and risk management.
We like to do a due diligence. We like to get very involved in the detail. Once the detail work has been done, then we can take a bit of distance and then advise senior management as to the course of action to take, and explain to them actually the risks that they have. So it's very important to get very deep into the problem. The risks are always in the detail. The obvious risk will have been dealt with.
We're working with Solum or have worked with them on a number of mandates. The stakes are extremely high for our clients. They've entrusted the case to us. They expect us to make the right choice of expert witness. Often the expert witness evidence is key to the way the case goes. So our choice of sort of partner in that is very important to us and to our client.
But a talented and knowledgeable team is just part of the equation that makes Solum such a strong proposition.
The purpose of creating Solum was to create an environment where there is a strong link between the three stakeholders of any business. These are the shareholders, the employees and the client. But you can only do that over the long term. If you force a short-term success, then you will not be able to meet the objectives of all three stakeholders, and it is necessary for the shareholders, for the clients and the employees to be aligned over the long term.
Nearly all projects are worked on by a team in a genuinely cooperative manner, and I think that's refreshing. I think a lot of other institutions pay lip service to that sort of working, but actually in reality it's not like that, whereas at Solum it genuinely is.
I mean, it's two things. It's the hands-on approach that they have, and also a very down-to-earth manner, which comes across very well in the courtroom. They don't try and blind anyone with science. They try and explain things in sort of comprehensible and easy to understand ways, which is a winner with a judge.
Operating in an industry that has taken such a battering of its reputation, Solum is focused on inspiring and maintaining client trust over and above any other goal.
There's no financial target for the company. The view is that if we live up to those values, then we will service clients properly. If we service clients properly and they're satisfied, they will give us repeat business, and then we're going to do well. So the size of the company will be based on how much value we add to our clients, and we believe the value we're going to add to our clients is by earning their trust.